on.
Yeah.
Something about white people and tables I don't get.
Oh yeah, because you guys
'Cause you
like
guys
to
squat.
sit on the
We
floor.
don't have tables. Asians
Yeah.
don't have tables. Africans,
Okay.
I don't think
so
they
you know
have
when you
tables.
sit and you cross your legs.
yeah.
We,
Poturecku.
in Polish we call that poturecku, Turkish sitting. What do you call it?
Sitting. Really, it's they.
Apparently, it's healthier to do that, just to sit with your
Yeah, it's
legs
yoga.
crossed.
It's,
Why is it healthier? Because your balls get to breathe.
First, your balls get to breathe. Your vagina, if you have one, gets to breathe.
I have
Also,
both.
Your asshole is
your
wide open.
glute gets stretched a bit,
Okay.
especially if you do that. a little
If
bit.
It's just
if you're
as a
sitting there
visual.
thrusting
thrusting a
the
little
entire
bit with
time.
your-
So it's
yes.
undeniable that Andy Sosnowski's in the house.
That's
The
right,
legend of the Warsaw scene.
Yeah, we have to
Legend.
introduce him so
Yeah,
nobody
man.
complains next time.
We have to introduce.
Me myself.
How would you
Yeah.
introduce
How would you
yourself
describe yourself?
if you had a chance?
I would describe you as Alvin the Chipmunk if you smoke crack.
I don't get the reference because I never listened to it.
Because you're not 43.
Yeah,
No,
but,
Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's
I-
pretty old. That's-
Franchise.
I know, but it's old even for me. I feel
but
like
I never listened to it.
I found a tape at like a garage sale for $2 or something when I was a kid. Maybe I'm thinking about the California Raisins. That's another.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
Was it in-
animated cartoon film.
Never,
Yeah, there was
I
a
never
cartoon.
watched it. But I watched Rescue Rangers, the two squirrels,
right.
and they solve crime. But they have a friend who's this big
Blue.
rat with a big mustache,
That's you.
and he loves cheese. When he smells cheese, he goes cheese, and his mustache curls.
Right,
And he
yeah,
Just,
he's
so
in
I'm
a
kind of
trance.
like him, but I'm not that big.
Was that the same one? No, it was the Ducks. It was DuckTales that
DuckTales
had
was great.
Baloo from Jungle Book, but he had a different name, right?
Yeah, and he had
It's
a
the same
plane.
bear. Yeah, he did have a biplane or something.
He had a plane.
It
Yeah.
makes no sense at all, but
DuckTales
okay.
was strange, and the main character was Uncle Scrooge, right? They had the uncle.
I
who-
guess so. One of them at least. Well, no, it was the nephews, right? They were
They're-
doing the adventures and all that.
and he was funding it, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the George Soros of duck adventures.
Duck Adventures. Yeah, you never watched this,
Yeah,
right?
motherfuckers are old.
First they go
What
to.
did you
I
watch?
have no clue
What
what, you're
cartoons do
talking
you have
about.
in Syria?
عبد السلام ومحمد حيلة ونحول.
Yeah, I see that one.
He's
lot
just
of
making
H's
shit
in
up
them.
now.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
making shit up? Or
Captain
these actual-
Conan. No, it's actually
Captain Conan?
Yeah,
Captain?
yeah.
Conan
yeah.
is already a
But Conan,
Captain
the
Majid.
barbarian, but a captain.
No.
Captain
We used to watch a lot of anime,
Oh,
but it's all dubbed in Arabic.
Yeah.
That has to be hilarious, actually. 'cause
What does
It kinda
Naruto
cool.
sound
Kinda cool.
like?
instead
Naruto.
of going like "Arata-surdu," they go like what?
ماذا نفعل الآن؟ هيا بنا يا شباب.
Wow.
And yeah, exactly, stuff like that.
So like Sailor Moon and stuff like that.
yeah, all of these were in Arabic.
Ah.
Sailor Moon actually sounded very nice in Arabic.
Yeah, sexy. Everybody was kind of
No, I said nice, not sexy. Why you gotta sexualize it, dude? I was a kid.
because they were
Kind of.
sexualized girls with like
Yeah.
short skirts.
Yeah, but I was a kid. I didn't know what sex
And
was.
they would actually sexualize Tuxedo Man or whatever the fuck his name was. Every time he appeared,
Yeah.
she was like she had hearts in her eyes and she'd fall over and shit. Right?
Fangirl.
I never watched it enough, actually.
You've never seen? I mean, I haven't seen it in years, but
Yeah, there's a lot of. You have a theory.
she had a
about-
major crush on him.
All right.
But he had two identities, right? He would.
Wow, that's a complex scenario.
Well, that's true for all of them. They're like regular schoolgirls, and they turn into the fucking
Yeah, 'cause-
whatever they're called.
Yeah, they were all from different planets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up on Cartoon Network, so I never watched anime and
Oh.
stuff like that.
About Cartoon Network, I found it very not satisfying.
Not kosher. Yeah.
It's very
Not
eerie.
haram.
What
A lot of Cartoon Network
is?
cartoons were
Yeah.
very eerie.
Yeah, and I love that.
I'm surprised this
hated
guy
that.
knows the meaning of the word eerie.
I do. I did read 3 words. I have like a goal: 3 words from the dictionary, 3 new words,
A day.
and focus. Yeah, the other day, actually yesterday, I was writing an email, and
Yeah.
I wrote necessarily
Correctly.
from the very
That's a
first
tough one.
time.
Yeah.
And
I
you
got-
didn't use
Good job,
Grammarly?
man.
I know. I was like, whoa! I called my mother. I was like, yo, listen. I wrote necessarily correct. She was like, oh, necessarily? What is that? I'm like, okay, mama, this is how you spell necessarily. And I told it to her.
You spelled it wrong.
And I spelled wrong. But yeah.
I like your jumper, man.
Thanks. It's
We
very
can't do visual gags.
Colourful
We don't
stuff.
Yeah,
have
we
video.
can't.
Okay, well, it's blue with orange, yellow,
With
red,
stripes of
and
varying
white stripes.
thicknesses.
And if it was an item in an RPG game, it'd give you -5 strength and +15 bisexuality.
I need that in every character.
I actually want to do like an episode or a segment where Badr just translates all the stuff that he says in Arabic, because I'm listening to the episode and he's like doing expressions in Arabic and I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? I kind of want to...
You
I
should
don't know.
do a lector.
Is there a secret coded message?
You should do a lector while it's
Yeah, like
happening.
a
While
overdub
you're saying
translation.
these things, you, Badr, should record what actually it means in English while you're saying it. You know the Polish lector thing?
No, what is that?
Well, instead of dubbing, they just have a guy read over the lines.
reads
Everyone.
lines.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
still
yeah.
hear the original audio a little bit.
So
but
let's
cheap
try
dubbing.
it. Say like a sentence in Arabic now.
In Arabic.
Yeah, just say it.
هذه جملة
Wstał
بالعربي.
rano
أنا
i
سوف
wtedy zrozumiał,
أذهب إلى
że
الحديقة.
nie zarobił
يا محمد
wczoraj w ogóle pieniędzy. Mohamedzie powiedział, pomóż mi z pieniędzmi. Tak, myślisz, że ci pomogę?
ما الذي يحصل هنا؟
Ja też nie mam pieniędzy.
يا الله أنا سوف أذهب.
what the
Ale
fuck
jak-
is going on right now?
Yeah. So you could translate, you know, whilst you're saying.
I love how it's the one guy and his voice doesn't even change. So if someone was blind,
Yeah.
he has no clue who is the character or what, just
that.
from the context.
It does a little bit, but that's actually that's supposed to be that's like their role. They're supposed to not
Really?
overpower
Yeah.
the original track. It's weird. I don't like.
I
listening
thought they
to it, but
weren't doing their job properly. Apparently,
No.
not doing their job was that
I think
job.
it really is. Yeah.
No, they're very skilled. One of them died recently. One of the most known.
The guy that reads the
Knapik.
stations in the public transport in Warsaw,
Oh yeah.
he did all the movies for like 40 years.
Knapik was his surname.
Yeah,
there
the
was
guy
a
you
few
hear in the
popular
buses,
guys.
that's the
Yeah.
guy. He did
Yeah.
it for like 40 years. or
What?
something.
Metro Wierzbno.
Yeah,
That's the guy who goes like Metro Wierzbno. Like he actually was in all of the movies. He did the lines, but he did it so well that you could hear Tom Cruise in the background doing his lines, and then this guy just going, just mumbling, you know.
Oh.
I was
And
surprised.
he looked like a guy you meet at a bar.
Yeah.
Old
Just a
guy
huge belly,
smoking,
gray hair.
huge belly, and he would always
Glass
wear
eye.
these. He had a wonky eye. Yeah. Was it glass? I guess.
Ah, no, it was a fucked up eye.
Fucked up eye.
Fucked up eye. That's good.
But and he would drink
It's the medical
vodka
term.
so much that his voice is
Yeah, his
really
voice was amazing. I'd love to have a voice like that.
very deep voice.
Nice.
Cut some Knapik voice in here just for the...
Były to 3 dorodne królewskie córy.
I got
Okay.
okay. Let's. I brought a present for you guys
Oh really?
Oh,
in
yeah?
my
What?
backpack, and my backpack is
Is
it over there?
Oh, the turtle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Turtle backpack.
Oh my god, that's
Big green shell.
I can't believe I
Does
haven't
it actually
noticed
say
this.
turtle at the back?
That
It says
sentence.
Teenage
Turtles.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, it's an actual official
Teenage Myrtle
merchandise
Turtle.
of the Teenage Mutant.
Teenage
My
Mutant-
wife bought me this.
Andre is 36, everybody.
Teenage Mutant Millionaire Pedophiles.
What is this?
You guys were talking about
Horrible
horrible
histories.
histories because I'm a one.
But it's in Polish.
I'll be honest. I'm a bit of a fanboy of your podcast.
Oh, shit.
It's weird to be here, but yeah, I heard you talking about horrible histories books, so I brought one.
I think that was meant to be a compliment, but it just worries us.
And I gotta
Yeah,
tell you, I
Hell yeah.
found out.
What's wrong with
interesting
somebody who listens to this kind of shit?
Yeah, I know.
obsessively?
What's wrong with you, bro?
Is it scary stories or just
Horrible history. is
horrible
the
history
franchise.
facts? Okay.
It's
Shame
facts.
it's not in English. It's really cool stuff.
It's in Polish,
Nice.
but there's interesting shit in it.
This guy made notes.
You can get recipes for lamb made in a stone fucking basket, I guess.
Oh.
So it's like prepping. Basically, this is great for
Prepper's
preppers.
book. Okay.
Yeah.
It's about
The cover
cavemen.
is a caveman holding a brain. Oh, okay. I get it. You're the caveman. They're already insulting me from the get go.
Yeah.
I'm buying a book and they're like, "Oh, look at you! This is you, fucking dumb caveman, bitch."
Yeah.
And here's some facts for you,
Yeah. It's
which
very
are probably
sarcastic.
not even referenced, to be honest. But sure. Does it have like, oh, fuck comes from fornicate under of the king? Because that's bullshit. Every time I hear that, I'm like, yeah.
No, these are actual facts.
Okay.
So I learned recently.
Well, you know what's an actual fact is vaccines cause autism. That's also a fact. It's just.
Oh shit!
You're telling me this now?
Banned from Spotify. Go into the
I'm
number
just saying
2
facts
spot.
are relative. That's all I'm.
I had 2 doses and I feel alright.
Let's say some
I'm
more
getting
shit
my
like
booster
that. We'll be
tomorrow.
right behind Joe Rogan. Let's pander to the right-wing audience.
Yeah, we really should. I mean, that's a good. All those people are making good money. So
Yeah. You got to pick a
all my
side.
neo-Nazis out there, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Sponsored by an airsoft company or some shit.
Airsoft.
Field knives.
That's nice. We should do more right-wing comedy. If that exists.
That's not a thing.
it is. It's just really bad. I
Being
mean, there's-
right-wing implies you have no sense of humor.
I agree, but
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
But there's some conservative comedians. Steven Crowder, you guys know that guy?
No.
He did stand up. It's bad, but he did. Now he has.
What about DePaulo?
Now he just has a show where he gets
Nick
angry
DiPaolo.
about critical race theory or whatever. About who?
Nick DePaulo? You ever?
Yeah, he's pretty
Come
conservative,
on.
I would say.
But
yeah.
he's really funny. I've seen him on Tough
That's
Crowd.
But he's a comic first. He's not a political pundit. you know.
Oh no,
No.
he had, like if you watch his show now, he's kind of becoming. I wouldn't say he's like that.
Oh, he does
you
a
know,
lot of.
gay frogs guy.
Yeah, Alex Jones.
He's not like Alex Jones, but he talks
He
about
talks shit
how
about
he hates
liberals
people on
a
the
lot,
left,
yeah.
and his special is only available on YouTube on his channel, where he put it up for free.
Okay.
Because Netflix won't take it, nobody will take it because
Right.
he
Because
says,
he makes homophobic jokes or whatever.
yeah, but they're funny.
Mm.
But you know,
I don't know if I've seen the last one. I did watch one from a couple of years ago, but
yeah.
he is funny. I agree. But yeah, when it gets to a point of like talking about Hillary Clinton for 15 minutes, I'm like, this is boring.
But Hillary, all these people are ridiculous.
No,
Like,
just,
you
yeah,
know,
Hillary
it's-
Clinton
it's
should be
fun
made
to
fun
make
of.
fun
It's
of
just-
people who take themselves seriously, but they are ridiculous. Like Hillary Clinton, like fucking, her husband, like Joe Biden, like Trump, like people on the right and left, like all politicians. They're in a losing position when you're a comic. They are, because they want to convince people that they know all the answers, and that they are serious all the time, which is just bullshit.
I
Nobody.
don't understand being like inspired or compelled by a politician.
To
I
do
don't.
what?
I don't understand how someone can look at a person and be like, "Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
He speaks to me." Like
Yeah.
these guys are all clearly fucking power, money hungry morons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even not morons, but then they're
I would make a
extremely
great politician, like just talking shit.
You?
Like you
No. I
can't
think
talk
so, yeah.
over me. You cannot.
Yeah. I would say so.
I'm just aggressive and assertive. That's all you need to be a politician.
Yeah.
You're wrong because
Yeah.
I said that you are.
You
That's
need a
it.
speechwriter as well. I think Badr should write your speeches. That'd be hilarious. It'd just be like random.
So, guys, the next round is called. We will finish. If you have one more suggestion, we'll
and then
end
it
this show.
just devolves into random animal facts after.
Yeah.
Did you know that hyenas?
I learned something from this book. Did you know that around 4,000 years ago, in the northern countries of the European area, like, you know, Nordic countries now.
They were still more progressive than the Republicans today.
Yes, they would they would bury dogs in proper tombs, like for
Yeah.
people with the dog's belongings
yeah.
and things.
Yeah.
That's how they treated animals.
And
back
the
then.
Egyptians did
They had
cats the
separate
same way.
graves for the.
Yeah,
They
but
painted
cats.
beautiful fucking tombs
True,
for cats.
and
yeah.
and for dogs it was here. So it's really interesting how, you know, that they do that, and now in fucking China people just fucking
Now
you
just
know,
throw them out on the highway.
they burn them alive and eat them. They burn the skin alive, and then when they die they eat them. That's fucking crazy. I
Yeah,
remember
it's
my
not the
I
only
feel
place
like
that
the
eats dogs,
day,
but yeah,
is,
yeah.
Yeah.
is a bit strong.
I just
like,
gave
It's what?
the
example.
day in that
The
sense
day.
is strong. There's like 2 billion people. I'm sure, like
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
all
exactly.
throwing dogs.
Not
in the
everybody,
fight. As
but-
much as I would like that
Yeah,
as a dog
certain
hater,
regions.
I'm sure they're not.
Man, he hates my dog. My dog is really cute and
No,
nice.
it's not. It's not personal.
No.
I just hate old dogs.
All dogs, yeah. He's just racist against
racist.
The other day, we went to for a walk, and we were in a forest area, and we went off a street, and there's another street I can see in the distance because cars are going past.
Yeah.
And I went like, Dave, I think I should take my dog on the leash, and he was trying to convince me that I shouldn't because it's going to be fine. And I did, and we got to the road, and a car almost was really close to us.
No, it wasn't.
It was. Oh my God,
Not
she
at
would
all.
be dead now if I listened to you.
It's like, it's your perspectives are different. It's like having children. Oh, my child almost wandered into the road, and actually he wasn't. He was looking the other direction. But
Yeah. Your dog is
I know,
smart.
I
I think your dog would have actually hitchhiked the car and got in. And
Got in and got home.
Fuck you, NJ.
get me out of here. This guy's a fucking trip. I gotta get out of here.
It's amazing because when I tell her Dodomo, which means home, go home, she knows where it is. Even if we take a tram far away, she goes and starts walking geographically towards where I live. Yeah, she's really.
And one
smart.
time we were reading the encyclopedia, and she's like, "This is not properly referenced." I don't.
You didn't spell sincerely.
These
here
are outdated
very well.
sources.
You spelled necessarily wrong.
No, necessarily. Yeah, you didn't spell necessarily right.
Angie, did you pay this portion of the taxes?
No, people always think their dogs are smarter than they really are, but I know some of them are pretty clever.
No, mine is just really clever and focused because the type of dog that I have was raised by generations to hunt small creatures.
What race is there? Like what mix?
It's a
breed?
terrier,
I was gonna
but
say
a
breed.
Jack Russell
Oh,
terrier.
okay, yeah.
So all terriers, the name terrier comes from terra in Latin, so earth, right? So they're earth dogs. So they dig, they go into holes, and they take out like a skunk or something and kill it.
Yeah.
So that's what they needed in Benjin instead of Siren.
Where in Benjin?
He's referencing
Beijing?
the
In
last
Beijing.
episode.
Yeah, I'm referencing the previous episode where last time we were here, we discussed about sirens in
We actually
Benjin.
talked
I
about it
you
for
remember
like
when I
7
said I'm a
minutes.
fan of your show? I kind of lied.
You didn't even listen to it, NJ? Oh my god.
I know
Get
that.
the fuck
You
out
didn't
of
have
here.
to.
Good.
Because he's all like, let's talk about something. I said,
no.
so what did
Oh
you
my
talk
god.
about? In
How
the
many
Use
minutes
air
did you listen
sirens.
from this podcast? 5? 10?
About half-
0.
No, at least 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
There's
40
like
minutes in the background.
8 hours already or something.
Yeah, but I listened to an episode that was really fun to listen to, and then I did other shit.
Fucked off.
It's all
yeah.
good. It's all good.
They use air sirens to. I actually specifically moved that backpack so it wouldn't touch the cables. Thank you for that's. I appreciate that. Thanks
Much
for,
better.
Thanks for making me fucking. I was gonna pretend to get angry, but then I decided not to.
You
It
have
was
been
just
taking
a
anger
waste of energy.
management classes, Gaweł?
No.
Have you ever?
No.
Are you that angry? Are you ever
Not
angry?
usually.
You don't seem like an
last
angry
few
person.
years I've been getting angrier, I feel like, but it's not like I can't control my emotions. I've never hurt anybody or put my hand through the drywall, so I think I'm
2
okay.
weeks ago, I tried to pick up a chair with Andrzej in it and throw it out the window. That's how much he pissed me off.
Okay.
He actually he picked me up.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like he could actually do
He
it.
can do it.
And he lives on the 29th floor, so I was worried for a moment.
Yeah.
You know.
Like if you see a skinny guy with anger management, you're like, okay, I will just move away.
Yeah.
But if you see Dave with anger management, you're like, all right, now, okay, now.
Move away.
I have problems.
I've seen one at a comedy show that Dave was hosting. Dave was at the bar, and there's some people standing behind him, and Dave just did a step back and just turned around, and he almost knocked somebody to the floor by accident.
Yeah, just turning
just by
around.
moving his body. So.
Yeah.
What am I meant to do? Like a
Oh yeah, you
reversing signal.
My dad,
Beep, beep, beep.
my dad sells that shit, so he should get you like a. You know, now they updated instead of the teet teet, you get ksh, ksh.
Nobody knows what that
Why?
is.
What the?
That sound. So when
The reverse signal. Yeah.
the reverse signal, if in the city, if you're doing deliveries at midnight.
Yeah.
If you're doing backing up,
interesting.
you're waking up people.
It's
But if it's going, only
Very
people
Polish.
around you can hear you, and it's
very Polish. That is very
It's
Polish.
actually
It's
an
like
English
polite
invention.
people shushing in the theater. Or annoying, actually, not polite.
Spell
Passive aggressive.
Oh fuck, that is KCSRZ.
Very close, actually.
Yeah. It would be SC in Polish, probably, but
But it's an English invention, actually, that reversal
Oh.
sound, and also he has a.
it is a little passive aggressive. It's like,
It's a little bit,
it suits them. It's like, shh. Move away, please.
And also a cool thing is that you can see your car from like bird's eye view, like in GTA, the original GTA, when you looked from the top, you can see your car and you can see everyone around your car. Yeah,
Yeah, they do
it's
that.
very useful.
But so what, he just installs that
Wait,
in
what?
any
There's
car?
a camera at
in
the top.
usually
of the
in
truck?
like companies, like big companies like Tesco need that stuff.
It has like cameras all around and it generates
Yeah.
like a 3D view and
Oh,
puts
it
your
crea-
car in the middle.
using AI or whatever.
It's like
okay.
the new like BMWs and shit had
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
clearly they're installing everything now. If that's what Andrzej says,
It would be, it would be
pretty
funny.
new stuff.
Huh?
It would be funny if he installs it to any car, like literally just.
Yeah,
you're
he's got it
walking
in
with
his
him in the
little
grocery
fucking.
store.
He's got it in his little Honda Jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honda, like it's very tiny, but you go in and you look on the monitor and you can see everything around. It's great. You can see, everything.
It's wild. The privacy is completely fucked. It's gone now. It's like if you have a Tesla, that camera that detects obstacles and all this, it could see people from like, I don't know, maybe 50 meters away at least. So it's registering people that are on the sidewalk on a different lane, and it's like, fuck you.
I think
Faces.
yeah, the most American car hasn't yet been invented, but it's going to be. I think it's the new BMW, the one that has
Most
a
American.
You
the
said
one
the
that
most American car that's going to be invented is going to be a German car. You
Yeah,
just
I don't
said
even know if
no,
it's German
it hasn't
anymore,
been
but-
invented, but
a BMW. Yeah.
something like the BMW where it has a drone.
Oh, that falls around?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
you
there's
can
like
see
an
everything.
Audi prototype.
Oh.
Instead of lights, it had two drones that had the lights and like followed it around.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like a prototype.
Yeah.
But literally, two drones would perfectly follow with the car. So the
That's
car's
insane.
here,
Yeah.
and the drones are like up from where the lights would be, and they have the lights.
So,
Crazy shit.
so if your lights
But
break, you
what
have
if
to
you're-
replace
what if you're
$1,000 worth of...
overtaking, and the car is kind of overtaking too, and those drones can hit each other
Yeah, it's okay.
because the drones they probably
It's fine.
It's
Just
probably
don't
not
worry.
gonna be a
It's-
road thing.
Everything's
It's a
going to be
prototype.
great.
Yeah, it was just a
Everything's
show.
just going to be great.
trust the drones.
Yeah,
It's
trust the
Trust
technology.
the drones. The drones will save.
They
us.
will, yeah.
You
Trust.
never have to worry about this, by the way.
That's the other.
With your income level, you don't have to be worried about cutting-edge Audi technology at all.
You're gonna have the person, the passenger seat above the car, just with two flashlights.
Yeah. The
You're gonna be running next to the car with a flashlight.
You know
Yeah.
those flashlights you have to crank up, like because I don't have money for batteries too. So it would be-
that makes more sense, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Polish version is just like a Volkswagen with a sunroof and a guy going, "Oh, you got to turn left."
But they did that. I remember in the 90s, my parents had like this big halogen in the little Fiat Cinquecento, and at night they would literally use
Whoa.
this because the lights
Okay,
were
in the
so
country or
shit.
somewhere.
Blind everyone.
You know the Cinquecento, the tiny little box.
Is that the Jeep? The ones that you can find like in Jeeps, like in the
Yeah,
frickin'
wait,
forest?
Cinquecento is a
Fuck
type
are you
of car.
talking about?
Well, he's
Cinquecento
talking about
is
the
a
light.
Fiat.
You're talking about the car.
Oh yeah,
He's
okay.
talking about a type of car. It's a Fiat. You
Oh,
know?
I don't
Tiny
know.
little piece of shit.
Seicento, Cinquecento. you
Yeah,
know,
it looks
these,
like a
they're-
toy car almost.
they're
This
kind
guy
of-
didn't drive Uber. He chose the call center path.
We didn't have Fiats back in Saudi Arabia.
Of course not.
You don't have what?
Fiats.
Yeah,
It's very
What's
Italian.
the smallest car you have in Saudi Arabia?
it's like a smart.
Doesn't happen, bro. We have
Yeah, you only have Cadillacs
only
and
4x4 cars.
Sure.
Yeah, because
And,
it's so
yeah,
hard to
everyone-
get to places.
And
it's a
lot of
there's a
sand
lot of
everywhere.
dessert.
Desert.
Dessert.
There's a lot
so
of
much
dessert.
cake.
There's so much cake. But that's also true.
You can't fit so much dessert in a Seicento, but in a
Yeah.
fucking Cadillac you can put like a lot of dessert.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like a Cinquecento is like a smart car on steroids. You guys seen those smarts? They're so silly. I can't treat anyone seriously that has that
Yeah.
car. Usually it's somebody with a lot of money
You know
too, because
what
they
it
were
is,
pretty
I think?
expensive.
I think visually it's because the wheels stick out from the body. You know, the wheels are
They
like
almost don't. It's so tiny. I mean, the footprint of it is like What? It's two. It's a
It's
one
a
person
foot
car or
print.
2 person?
It's
a square
literally
foot.
a
Yeah,
wheelchair
exactly.
with a
It's 2 feet.
fucking vacuum cleaner engine.
But I heard you told me this.
Yeah, they're
the other
pretty
day,
s-
that they're very.
They stay together. Like, no, I didn't say that, but they're not as retardedly dangerous as it would seem. They have like, because the whole shell is like one structure, so it like stays together.
Talking about retardedry.
But me and Badr once
dangerous.
hired one from the app,
Yeah.
and we fucking open it, and I get in there, and I had more space than in my Audi, and then but I hate this thing, like people call it the smart car, like smartphone, but smart is just a brand.
It is, but
And
it's
people call it the
called-
smart car. It's just the smart. There's
No,
nothing
wait a
smart
minute.
inherently about it.
It
And
is.
then we get in it, we drive around town, and we're stuck in this traffic jam. And I just like weaved through, went on the pavement, and turned where we wanted to go. I was like, oh, it's actually pretty smart.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
hilarious.
can't fit in pretty much any parking spot. Probably.
Talking about retardedly dangerous and crappy cars, have you ever been in a Daewoo Tico?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My uncle had one.
Yeah, that's
the walls.
a health risk.
Yeah, when I got in one, my dad had one for a little bit. The walls were like this, like a few centimeters thin metal. I felt like anything can just break this.
Yes, it can.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for
It
people who never think about risks.
It was
or,
made
like,
for people
accidents.
whose lives are worthless.
Yeah, we had worthless lives for a bit. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm scared of? Skoda Fabias.
What is
Because
that?
they're either driven by like company cars
Yeah.
or men with 2 kids and a wife. Like these guys are just looking for a reason to end it. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, or Uber drivers don't know
or
how
Uber
to drive
drivers,
around
yeah.
Warsaw.
Uber
yet,
drivers, company cars, or people with fucking annoying families on the brink. They're just looking for a reason to fuck themselves
Yeah.
up.
It's
So you mean they are a risk because they can like actually hurt people on the road?
Yeah, because they're already hurt, so there's nothing to lose.
yeah. Let's
Something
spend
on
a
the
few more
inside.
minutes explaining this joke.
Yeah.
No, it's actually you kind of have to be creative to commit suicide in Poland, no? Because we don't have firearms for the most part.
This is the most
So-
hilarious thing today. A guy in the States, he was walking down the highway with like, the box cutter knife, the little plastic knife, the
Yeah.
slide
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
the box cutter knife.
Yeah,
and
I
they
got it.
surrounded him with like 18 cops, and like he had the box cutter knife, and he just like raised it above his head, and just went like firing squad, like
Oh my
SS fucking Hitler
This was
Jugend
in
firing
the
squad,
US,
like
obviously.
20 guys. He just pumped like 60 shots into him, and then he's on the ground, and another guy, and like 5 seconds later, another guy just goes, just to be sure,
Just
Whoa,
a
finishes
guy with a
him?
box cutter.
This was in the U.S. or
Tennessee or something yesterday.
of
It's
course
really
it was,
easy
yeah.
to commit suicide
Jesus
in the
Christ.
US.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's,
I saw one guy
you don't
once,
even have to want to do
Yeah.
it.
It's the perfect
on
euthanasia.
some gore site, he wanted to commit suicide by a cop, and he's like surrounded, like, don't do it, because he had his hands in his pocket, and he's like, nah, you're gonna kill me today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He pulls his hand out, they just destroy him. Because the policy is
Yeah, I
empty
know.
your magazine.
Empty
Is it
your
really?
magazine?
If you're scared,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
empty your magazine. 15 bullets into someone. That's the
insane.
police in the US.
But wait,
What?
you're talking about the same video now?
No,
The-
different
oh,
video.
two
different video.
things.
The
There's a
guy
lot of
counted
videos.
down and just
Have you ever listened to the American police talking over the radio, like live, what they say?
They're scum. All cops are bastards.
There's
Let's
a
get that
website.
straight.
There's a website where you get a live feed from different cities. You can choose
Yeah,
the city.
scanners.
It's called youarelistening.to. You're listening to, and you can get it back. It's great because then you can also through SoundCloud get a backing track of like electro, like kind of Drive, that movie Drive.
Yeah.
That kind of like electro do 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 do, and then you hear like 4-5, 10-4, black male in his 20s, and you can hear them like
He's wearing Nikes.
like
Get this man.
90% is black male,
Obviously.
Of course.
but also sometimes they say things like possible bipolar, and they you listen to what happens. and they just kill that person.
Yeah, of course.
But you listen to it happening live on the radio.
There's so many
It's insane.
times where like somebody like called for help for someone having a nervous breakdown in the family, then just come and shoot him.
Fuck.
He ain't having a panic attack now.
And okay, so you know when COVID started, I went through like a crazy phase of like going mental and like going down a rabbit hole of what we're talking about now, and I would listen to these things that would happen, and then there's a website. It's a not a government but independent website that collects all of the footage from the cameras of all the policemen, and it corresponds to the things that you hear on the radio to their cases. And like once I heard a thing like this, and they're going like, "There's a guy inside." Okay, go in, and I can hear through the radio like a little bit, and then you can hear. Okay, he's target neutralized. They also say target neutralized.
Yeah, that's the what the military says.
Yeah, and then I watched the video. You know what the video was? The video was police turning up to a house. They go through the backyard. They break in. There's somebody in there, a woman. You can see her in the corridor. She runs into a room and she runs away. They walk into the room. There's a guy like on a couch like here. He's laying on a couch, and they just wake him up. So he wakes up and he goes, "Oh shit!" He rolls down from the couch, and they just pow 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 pow. He's like on the floor, and he's going, and they like put feet on him and just shoot him more, and then they go like target neutralized.
All cops will burn in hell. There's no good cop.
There wasn't. He didn't. Even if he had something underneath the couch, that person definitely looked like they were just running away, running away. Yeah?
But no, it's insane. I don't even understand how it could be legal for somebody to have a box cutter. And you've got even if it's just two cops, like how is that a threat? Like
I could kick him in the fucking balls, finish him.
Common sense.
From what I understand is the person who has the gun and has bulletproof vests on them and has a tasing device.
They're scared.
And the dog
doesn't look tough. They often look like they're fucking losers. They look like
morons.
They look like such fucking losers.
There is a level where they don't take people because they're too smart.
Yeah, and they come up to somebody who's grew up on the street, maybe. Yeah, a tough-looking person, and they go like, you fucking get on the ground, and they go, okay, just one moment. I have a bolt. I have a cutter in, and they go like this. They will start shooting if you put your hand in your pocket because they're afraid you will have a gun.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, I can sort of understand that, but the situation where the guy where it's visible what he's carrying, there's no, even in court.
There was a guy in Poland who was, I shared this on the group, that he was planning to raid. He had bombs and stuff, and he was planning to raid and kill Muslims in Warsaw. His name is Martin K.
You're talking about
one of the comedians' name is Martin K.
Martin K. Yeah.
Shout out to Martin K. The murderous open micer.
He's been killing recently. I guess
he's come to every open mic he could. How can he not get better? Well done.
I mean, usually this podcast is supposed to be funny, so I'm not really.
Yeah, what the fuck are we talking about?
Because I'm
talking
here and
about
I
police
didn't
for 20
have
minutes.
my medication.
God damn, man. Why did you have your medications?
Because some people tell me sometimes not to take it.
Yeah. That's what happens when
you
you
guys
have
should
sex.
go to couples therapy. I mean, what the fuck is it?
Every single
We've
time.
been really abusive to each other recently.
I can tell.
He's been trying to push my buttons, and I've been
Have you guys been
straight
spending
up
a lot
bullying
of time together?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little too
it's
much.
kind
Maybe.
of
Too much.
So, how do you when you tell your feelings? How does he take it?
How does that make you
Like,
feel?
how does it make you
He
feel?
doesn't listen
No,
to my
but-
feelings.
I can't go so hard on someone without loving them. Like this is how I was taught to love at home. This is what it is.
It's a
Shout
very
out to
It's
English
called an
thing,
abusive
actually.
relationship, but yeah.
No, it's a very
Toxic.
English. I had to learn that when I went to England. You know, at first people were going like "your mom, your mom, your mom" all the
Really?
time to me, and I was like, "Leave my why my mom all the time?"
And
Like,
you're like, she's not even working today. Just leave.
yeah, just fucking. She's off her shift, you know. She
Yeah.
had too many shafts
Oh
today.
my god!
So
She's a minor.
You
she's
guys
a
should.
minor.
You guys should handle all of your whatever. Like
There's
your
nothing. This
business
is just fun.
with booking a room in a hotel. Make it romantic and just go at it each other. Speaking of going at it each other, I have a theory about Michael Jackson. Right?
Oh yeah.
Michael
It's
Jackson is. When did he become white?
He never became white, brother. First of all, I'm gonna shit on your premise right away.
Please do.
Let's be
It's
pure
really,
racist.
actually,
here.
it's
He
fucking
wasn't
offensive to
really
say that
white.
shit.
If you want to understand how racism really works, people who are listening
Oh,
to this,
I'm excited for this.
really, there's an amazing movie called This Is England, and it's a movie about the skinhead culture in the beginning of the 80s
Right.
in England, how it got corrupted.
Yeah.
Because originally it was.
I mean, that's not the beginning of racism, but yeah, I understand.
No,
what
if,
you mean.
but
Like,
if you want to understand how, because
Yeah.
there's a very racist character in there who is
Is it-
racist, but he also
it's not a documentary; it's a story. Yeah.
it's
A
shot
feature
kind
film.
of like a
Okay,
documentary,
yeah.
but it's a beautiful film. I watched it the other day actually,
Like a short movie.
and you know the word the P word is used in that a lot by the racist guy who
well,
turns out he is damaged. That's why he's racist.
Well, obviously, every
Of course
fucking
he is.
racist is damaged.
Exactly.
You
So
have
you have to
nothing
kind of-
to lay back on. You have nothing, no achievement or like anything to hold on to. So you
Yeah,
need
but
to
it doesn't
feel
excuse it.
superior.
Is that what you're
I'm not
implying?
excusing it. No.
Yeah.
I'm just because people go like, you know, it's really weird to me. Like nowadays, people will go like, "You're this," and they won't talk to you.
Yeah.
Like I have a
Well, but
I-
I there's a point where I'm not going to talk to you because it's like if you have no self-reflection, I'm not
Yeah.
the one to educate you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And it's the same for for black people or whoever.
But the
objects
longer
of it.
we talk, the more of a reflection I will have because
No,
even
not necessarily. It-
Seriously,
No,
yeah,
it's
these
not-
kind of people.
Racists
No,
tend to
absolutely,
be
yeah,
pretty
it's-
stubborn.
yeah, and they're really entrenched
The same
because it's
people
a
who-
strong emotional bond with that ideology. So
Yeah.
it's really hard to remove sometimes.
until you get to the point where
Kill them.
you get
Yeah,
like
that's the
you
easy
get
way.
a great blowjob from
Look, man.
somebody who's a different race, and you go like,
That's ridiculous.
No,
Then
fucking
we'll
obvious.
even
get- or you-
patronize
or you
the
get
other
sad,
race
man.
even
or
more,
you,
man.
or
Yeah.
you get saved, or you
No,
get
even
life
people who
saved,
are,
or
like-
you get to know somebody like personally.
Yeah, but
That's- because
but you
you-
started with blowjob, and it's like
when you started
because
maybe
I know
wrong order.
people who are really racist who would still fuck somebody with,
yeah.
Different
with
race,
dark skin
yeah.
or whatever
Yeah.
But
because
not
it's
Because
like
women are
it's
fine.
objectifying. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same.
Hey, women are exotic. No, it's like all the same base level frustration. Like in men, there is so much rage. Like you've never been taught to deal with your own feelings. Now you have a shitty job. Like you have no money for things. It's running out. Your girlfriend's a bitch. What I'm trying to say is like I have enough anger in me to hate Jews, but I
Right.
choose not to.
Yeah, you could be a racist,
Could
or
be
you
a
could
fucking
just,
incel directed at women. It's just that base level frustration
you could
with
just
you
be
being
on
a loser.
Reddit and play Minecraft instead.
There you
Like, why
go.
did you choose that shit? You know what I mean? Both of those things are bad, but one is worse.
If you're willing to think about someone in their shoes, like just put your beliefs away and just be like, yeah, I am different. That person is different. We're,
But you're
both
not. You're
different.
dehumanized. You're a subhuman to those people.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Like my
I will
black
concede-
friend was over at her boyfriend's.
Yeah, your one black friend.
Another black friend.
Oh,
was-
you have more than
a
one.
female. A female. My female
Alright, alright.
black friend was
Sure.
at her boyfriend's posh house,
Yeah.
and his grandma goes to her. Don't worry, honey. Inside, we're all the same color.
Yeah, I've heard this one before.
And she was like, "What? Oh my god!" But then at the same time, I think that older lady was trying to be nice. Probably
from her
somehow.
perspective,
From
that
her
was
old
positive.
ass
Yeah.
perspective, yeah.
Fucked up way.
Like I remember when I told sorry, Marta. I used to have a girlfriend who was black, and I remember when I was in Poland and I went to introduce her to my grandma. I went like, "Oh yeah, this is her name is Jewel, and this is her picture." And my grandma's first words were, "Does she have to be black?" Like what? I don't think she has to.
Only on
I don't think
Tuesdays.
she I guess she has. Well,
technically she
she has no
does.
choice,
Yeah, she has no
but,
choice. so-
Yeah, but
All right,
Yeah.
tell us about the heckler that wanted to suck your dick.
Oh yeah, that's you were
Let's
supposed
move
to
on.
tell a story about.
Wait, there was a heckler who
Let
tried
him
to
talk.
suck whose dick?
Andrzej's.
Bar Bazar, the place where you're hosting.
Yeah.
I went there for a Polish comedy night. Yeah. I went there a bit later. They told me to come there a bit later, and I'm supposed to be closing the night. And there's 4 people in the crowd. 7 comedians are performing. So there's less fucking people in the crowd than the comedians. Sometimes it happens, but the people are nice. They're just nice lads, you know. There's some guy who was, he said he's been partying here for the last 3 days. This was on Thursday, and I asked him when did you start. He said last Sunday. I'm
At
like,
the same spot?
is-
or-
Makes
yeah.
sense.
What? It doesn't make
Okay.
sense. And he said, "Oh yeah, I've been."
But those mics are on Tuesdays, so it makes sense 3 days. Technically, it was the last Sunday before that Tuesday. Yeah, because I know the open mic you're talking about, right? Krzysztof Szczapa, right?
Yeah.
So that's Tuesdays.
No, there was a guy who said I've been partying for the last 2 or 3 days.
Yes.
And it turned out that he's actually been there for a week. And
Oh.
I said why, and he said because of like some legal issues, and you know, interesting people are in the crowd. You can do crowd work with them, right?
Oh, yeah.
But then at the back of the room, there's a table of fucking korposzczury, right? So
Can-
corporate fucking cunts, corporate cunts.
I hate it when you throw in Polish words
I love
on
it.
stage.
I do it on purpose.
You
just
pander to
piss
Polish
you off.
people at English shows. It pisses me off.
Yeah, because
Because when we go abroad, it's not going to work.
It's gonna work because if I perform in front of people who are Polish and speak English, and maybe some Polish people are in the crowd,
You
I'm
fucking
gonna do
better learn those words in Hungarian, Austrian,
I will.
fucking
I will.
Czech.
I will. That's my plan. Fuck you, Dave. So anyway, there was a table of corporate, I would say cunts, just because the way they were acting. I
Yeah.
went in with my puppy. They were, you're not actually mean to my dog. The guy was actually mean to my little puppy.
Oh.
If you're mean to a puppy, you have to be a bad person. I
Kind of shitty, yeah.
yeah. So I sit down and okay.
But wait, was he insulting him? Like talking about
He
his
was just
mother?
like
or-
he was like, "Oh, little dog," like and like
okay.
moved his leg like
Okay,
towards
okay.
the dog. So I sit down, and Toczek, this new guy, is hosting. He's doing a good job, but the table of the corporate cunts is loud. They're loud. One of them looks like, imagine Count Dracula who decided to work in an office.
Okay.
He even had the like hair.
The green skin? Okay. And
No, he had the
hairdo,
hairdo
yeah.
like you know,
Yeah,
like a bat here, you know,
Like a B shape, yeah.
like a B shape on his forehead, and next to him is a guy who looks like Freddie Mercury after AIDS, yeah, with bad hair on his face, like bad
Okay, yeah, like patchy beard or
patchy
whatever.
beard,
Facial
like
hair, yeah.
like he's from fucking, I don't know, like thrift shop Freddie Mercury, yeah.
You mean all right, yeah.
And he's being the cunt. He's being the dick, and he's
Yeah.
talking to 2 girls from the office. He's interrupting all the comedians, and everybody's getting pissed off, but nobody's acting on it. So I came up to the host and I said, "Look, you're the host. You should just at least mention for them to be a bit quiet because people are. It's hard for them to perform." So Toczek goes on stage and talks to him. The guy starts yelling something, but it's kind of okay. But then, just before I go on stage, that Freddie Mercury comes up to the stage to Toczek, and he's like, you know, doing like gestures
Puffing
like,
his chest
"What,
out, yeah.
we want to fight?"
I would knock him the fuck out. Do that at my open mic. I'm waiting for it. I've been practicing my high kicks. Do this to me. Yeah? Think you're a big man. Come
You
to
know,
the English
Dave,
open
like,
mic.
I don't know how much people realize how Dave looks when they listen to this.
Yeah.
Dave wouldn't have to kick a... The only thing you would have to do is, like, move your hand from top to bottom, and he
Yeah.
would be like... You would squash him like a... Do you remember Tom and Jerry when you did... And then
Like
he's like...
fucking Mario,
Yeah, with
bro.
the frying
You know,
pan.
like, he would just collapse. And I know that, but we didn't have a person like that. But we did have Karol Urbaniak, who used to be a bouncer. So he just comes up and just grabs him by the hand and goes, "Oh, come on, man! You just..." Because he saw that the guy doesn't have tense muscles, so he's not...
No, he's soft
He's
muscles.
too drunk. Soft muscle boy.
He's reading
he's a
the
soft
body
boy.
language of this rat.
Soft boy Freddy is being taken away, right?
Soy boy.
So I've been looking at them. So I go on stage.
That's who you're gonna do crowd work with. You already know it.
I know I will have to at some point.
Yeah, man.
So I go on stage and I just do crowd work with the guys in the front, and I'm doing some material, and it's going really nice actually for people. It was really lovely. And then fucking Freddie Mercury yells something out, and he just doesn't wait for my reaction, just starts walking towards me, and he gets to this close to me, like maybe, I don't know, 30 centimeters away from my face.
Whoa.
And it's very close.
Personal space, dude.
Personal space invasion straight up. And I'm like this, I take my, I cross my hands and I go a bit back with the microphone here next to my mouth.
Like a
Don't
British
cross your hands when someone's
librarian
squaring up to
lady.
you, or you're dumb.
I can't hear you, what?
Don't cross your hands when someone's squaring up to you. What the fuck? Are you
No,
dumb?
because I'm like this. I'm showing
I mean, he's
people...
on stage.
That's
What,
how you
what's he
get
gonna do?
fucking
Fight him?
won.
No, nobody
You don't
want
want
to
to fight anybody on stage.
stage.
That's not good for
No.
anybody.
Yeah.
It's like,
If he swings at me, I've got 4... There's one guy who's going to jail in a moment. Do you think he won't fucking help me?
Who's going to jail?
I
in the moment?
talked to the guy. He was like, he was there not because of partying. He was there drinking because he's about to go to
he's
jail
about to
in
get
Praga.
Okay.
So I know who I'm with.
Lying about
Yeah, yeah.
his
And this fucking
alibi.
Freddie Mercury who works in a fucking office, he's showing off in front of those 2 girls over there. So he's like this, and he comes up to me, and it's the weirdest thing he said to me I've ever heard. Any heckle ever. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've never heard this. He comes up to me and says, "Do you want me to blow your dick 3 times?"
3 times.
3 times as well.
Jesus.
3 times.
Like
Why
back to
3 times?
back?
Well, okay, so
He's that good?
exactly. Okay, so
he thought
I went
once
like-
was not enough. He
I
really
went-
needed more emphasis on that.
You 3 times.
He-
In what
ob-
time
ob-
space?
Obviously he's drunk. But I go like, what?
What?
What did you say? And I literally I went to him. Did you just say? Can I do? Because he didn't say it. May I? Like he went like aggressively.
Yeah.
He was aggressively homoerotic but submissive at the same time, which is confusing.
Yeah.
You can be aggressive sexually invading, which is like almost like rape. But
Yeah.
but
Hey,
being-
you, come here and fuck
I'm
me in
gonna
my
blow your
ass.
dick. Hey, fuck me in the ass now. Like. So I'm like roasting him, and I started telling, like, what are you fucking Freddie Mercury?
And he's getting harder and harder.
Instead of YMCA, I said YMC gay. All that
Ooh,
stuff.
nice one.
Very old.
If they spoke
I know
English.
it's not. But it's a Polish crowd, so they don't know. So I'm just.
They've never heard of YMCA?
They know YMCA. Everybody.
All right, go ahead.
And I went like, actually, I have a wife. And I showed him the middle finger because I carry my ring on my middle finger, my left hand. And I also have a condom with me that I had. And I said, come on, let's go around the corner. Come on. She won't mind because it's through a condom, so let's fucking do it. And he panicked.
He called the bluff.
He called.
Yeah, he wasn't
It
expecting
was
it.
definitely a bluff. And then I go like, look, I don't want to be a cunt to you. You're definitely just extremely drunk. You're maybe you're gay, maybe not. I don't care. I don't want you to blow my dick. I just wanted to finish with one joke that's not actually mine. I wanted to say a Norm Macdonald joke that I really like because Norm Macdonald died recently. And you know what he says to that? Oh yeah, I know Norm Macdonald. He actually said, "Yeah, I know." And I'm like,
Okay.
you know his material? And he goes, No. I know Norm Macdonald.
Like a friend.
Personally.
Yeah.
And then I did like maybe 10 minutes of roasting him, how he knows Norm Macdonald. Is it through blowing him?
They didn't
all that
leave
shit.
or anything?
Huh?
They stayed there for the rest of the
And
whole
then
show?
his friend, the Dracula guy,
No.
Count Dracula, comes back and goes like, "Come on, let's go!" Like it was the moment where
They
all
were
of his
embarrassed
friends
now,
are,
yeah.
are really they feel
Embarrassed.
ashamed of him,
Yeah, he's the one that's bringing them down.
bringing him down.
Yeah, they're all cunts, but this guy's
This guy
overdoing
is
it.
ultra
overdoing-
cunty,
Yeah.
ultra cunty man, and he actually pulled him away. And I clocked him, and I went like, "Oh, fucking Count Dracula is helping you." And the Count Dracula goes, fuck you. He got so angry, and they all left. You know, so that
Polish
was my,
audiences are scum. That's
Some
why I
of them-
don't do Polish stand-up
everywhere.
anymore. I
You
don't
get
give a
scum, man.
fuck.
Everywhere.
This has never happened at one
I mean,
of our
a lot
English
of the
shows.
same
no
people-
shit like this.
Because-
Nobody ever got blind drunk or fucking tried to
It's-
walk
No,
up to
I
the
can
stage.
tell you the difference. I can
Okay,
tell you
maybe
my
it-
theory
yeah.
what the actual difference is.
But it's a lot of times it's the same people. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Polish people at the English shows, so it's you might want
They're
to be
usually
careful with
Polish
your words.
people that have lived abroad and have enough English to comprehend.
Not necessarily.
Maybe not necessarily.
The difference
No.
is, I think, Dave, is that your show, people have to pay a certain amount, which is very good.
Oh, yeah.
Because at this show, it's a free open mic to go to, and you get people who don't
Yeah, just
like.
randoms.
I'm not angry at those people that were sitting there and talking at a
Yeah, you brought it for yourself.
yeah,
like,
they were
performing there.
They went from work to a place to drink,
Yeah,
Right.
and there's a show. Nobody told them.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's their right to sit there. But also,
Those are the
if they
worst.
see that somebody's trying hard and failing, as open micers usually do,
Sure.
and they're going, ah, ha, 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 that wasn't funny,
Yeah.
then they're a cunt, right?
They are cunts, but yeah,
But they're free to do that.
should get some
It's
of
true.
those,
It
like-
is really uncomfortable when you basically forced to watch a comedy show, and on top of that, it's not funny. It's pretty
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, that's the worst. I think the worst thing in the world is to see somebody who's trying to be funny and they're not, and you have to watch it for an hour.
Yeah, that and genocide.
I feel
No,
like
other-
we should get some of like fake movie glass, like the one that like just falls apart and just come up with just glass.
Oh my god! Okay,
Smash
so
bottles
that would be
and
very
so-
cool.
So
Expensive though.
So I
Yeah.
used that in a short a movie I made
Yeah.
a long time ago, and they're made of sugar, these bottles,
Yeah,
and they don't hurt. And I would be happy if you hit me with that
yeah.
Nah, I'd like
3
hit them with
times?
that.
3 times.
What's up with
3 times.
Just 3 different bottles.
I don't. I
immediately ready.
still don't know what went through his head to
I don't
say
get-
3 times. As
Yeah.
well. Like really, like.
Maybe
You know
he-
what
maybe
my
he
father
does.
used
He
to tell
does have
me?
some good comedic timing. Like he actually knew Norm Macdonald, and he was just trolling him because he knows comedy comes in threes, and he's like,
Exactly.
"Oh, 1 blowjob isn't enough.
No.
Why do you need 3
Second
blowjobs?"
blowjob, just to make sure. 3 blowjob is like, yeah, that's it. Like I'm okay, you're okay.
Yeah.
3
Go ahead, brother.
times.
I
You were gonna
wonder
say
what
something
his
about-
meeting at work the next day was. Because I
you
bet
think
these
they all
people were
work
like
together,
around the
yeah.
office. You know what fucking Fred?
Right.
did the other-
Everybody knew probably
No.
if they worked together.
Yeah. You were gonna say something about that.
Yeah, about your dad or
I'm still confused about the 3 times thing. My father used to tell me something about like I don't know if it's a cultural thing, a traditional thing, or a religious, where if you in Ramadan, once you get to finish like end your fasting and it's it's Maghrib time.
It's Maghrib
And the
time,
prayer
of course. I know.
Exactly, you
Maghrib.
know Maghrib time. You
Sometimes
know
I-
Dave
of
Maghrib
course, of
time.
course.
Sometimes I wake
Gaweł,
up and
you know
I think,
Maghrib.
I think I know what you mean, but I
Yeah,
don't know
exactly,
the
You
word.
yeah,
don't
yeah.
wake up like Gaweł here and go like, I think it's Maghrib time. I think it's fucking Maghrib time now.
It's when
Maghrib time, you know.
I thought it had
No,
something.
you're making fun. now. Please don't. Okay.
That was you again. You were doing this.
I thought it had something
you
to
need
do
to do it
with.
3 times. You see,
All right.
I thought it was like feasting or something
And then what?
opposite of
it
fasting.
is. It's like
Yeah.
call
Do
for
it 3
prayer.
times.
Yeah.
Osama comes out the mirror.
Okay,
So,
So you
you
get
do it 3
fasting
times.
and then feasting.
You end your fasting
With-
with
Yeah.
the
Prayer.
Maghrib time, which
Which
is the
is?
sunset.
stop. Maghrib time. Everybody else.
Alhamdulillah.
Rick James.
Maghrib time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
All right.
Rick James, motherfucker. Rick James. Yeah, but
Right, so you're getting
Continue.
to a point.
So it's
today.
So he would tell me to eat. That's when you break your fast, to eat dates.
yeah, because it
You
makes
need to eat it with an odd number, not an even number. So you can either eat 1, 3, 5, 7,
Yeah.
9, 11, and so on. You get the point.
Well, you had to
That
really.
11 was hard.
You really had to at that moment with 9/11.
Oh shit!
That's why subconsciously you Arab monster you're thinking you're thinking 9/11 even the numbers 9/11 make
So-
you stop.
Did he tell you why?
No. I always ask them, like, why do I need
I just
to eat
realized
it
I
in,
called
like,
you
odd
Arab
number?
monster, and I'm not happy with that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes, you know how culture, when everyone points finger at you, everyone as a majority, and be like, you're a piece of shit, and then you grow up thinking that you're a piece of shit. It's kind of the same thing. But I'm not a piece of shit, and I don't blow up whenever I want to.
Whenever you want to. No,
Yeah,
they have
it's
to
not.
tell
You don't have that freedom. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you want to blow up, but you can't. You just don't have
Wait,
the.
I didn't phrase that.
You don't have the
correctly.
explosives ready. No, I'm saying it's like the way you said it. It's like, well, you know, sometimes you want to get angry and yell
Yeah.
at someone.
Sometimes you
but
wanna blow
sometimes
up,
you
but-
can't. You yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't always have
But
the
I-
vest handy.
I told you,
anyway,
I think that I would like the way I would like to die. I would like to explode,
Wow, really?
but from
Yeah, Habib,
the
don't worry.
inside of myself, not from a bomb on top of me. But
so
from-
you want
Ah.
want explosives put into your anus or
You're
something?
gonna
right?
have
Somehow.
to drink
Yeah.
the explosive liquid. Okay, instructions.
okay.
First, you need
But
200
wait, we didn't
millimeters.
finish about talking about the
dates.
Rahman, the dates,
Maghrib
and
time.
Maghrib time.
Maghrib time, and the dates are uneven. Why do they do it? The
I
uneven
honestly
numbers?
don't know.
It's
He
su-
said, like, it's kind of, it's better for your health to eat it.
Yeah,
in
not to
odd
be
numbers.
dismissive, but it's just
I think I know.
superstition, right? It's like
Kind of, yeah.
when you were talking about the bear. I mean,
It's
I
kind
know-
of like the equivalent of, like, avoid number 13 or
Yeah,
don't have
exactly.
an owl in your
Yeah,
living
superstition.
room.
makes sense. Yeah.
Some superstition. Yeah? Yeah.
An owl.
Don't walk under the ladder. Black cat crossing the street.
Yeah, if a black guy is walking the same road, you're gonna have
Calls you the N-word.
superstition, you know?
Yeah. But
Yeah, that'd be funny because races do rebrand a lot. They've learned to like avoid actual verbal racism to seem nice and be put in the media, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like the one of the major neo Nazis in the U.S. I can't remember his fucking name. Richard Spencer.
Oh, yeah.
He
Okay.
he will never admit to being a Nazi or even probably
will
racist.
really go around.
Yeah, he'll do whatever. He just outright denies it.
Yeah.
So I think it would be really interesting if they rebranded it as superstition. No, I'm just superstitious, bro. It's come on.
Come on.
I've been raised about this.
I think I've got a theory. I think
my
it's
grandma.
because it's healthier to not have so much choice. You know, like you have a choice. You either eat one, or you eat three, which is much more than
Almost too much. Yeah, it's
almost
like,
too much.
yeah.
So you'll choose. I'm only gonna have one. You know,
No.
if you had the
We
choice,
don't,
But
no.
you
one,
haven't
2, and
eaten
3,
all day, so
Yeah,
why are
you
you
must-
worried about overeating?
Yeah.
Well,
You're
it
already
actually,
done good.
that
It's
actually
dates.
makes sense. If you haven't eaten for a long time, you want to take it slow.
You want to
because
take it
otherwise
slow.
you'll
Your,
get
your
sick.
stomach shrunk. Also, dates make you digestive system
Yeah.
go extra quick, and you
We
shit
would
everything
eat
out.
dates with milk. This is the
Oh,
sunnah
yeah.
way,
But-
Never
where
had
the
that.
Prophet Muhammad used to do it. So we would.
But you
follow.
do understand that going from each odd number, you have to eat an even number. You do understand that, right?
Yeah, there is an even number included.
So
in,
you eat, say 3.
Yeah.
Now you want to go to 5. You're
Oh,
eating
God.
2 in that go. What now? Allah's angry or no?
yeah.
No, bro, it doesn't. Allah sees the total.
Allah just sees the
He
tally.
just sees the sign. Yeah.
Sorry, from the right.
It's just similar with
Visual
like
joke.
so many people are dying, but he just sees the whole total. In total, maybe it's not that many.
total.
It's
Yeah.
like a Stalin thing. You know,
Yes,
one
but
death is
the
a
one-
tragedy, 50 million is a statistic.
It's an odd number.
It's an odd number. 50 million and one is an odd number. It's
Okay,
okay.
Yeah, so maybe the guy who offered to suck your dick 3 times was superstitious.
No.
Yeah,
Maybe you could have negotiated it to 5.
Oh, let me see, bro. You should have had 3
How would that-
condoms.
I'm really bad at
That's really
negotiating.
putting pressure on you as well. Like, I don't know about you. I can't come
Yeah.
5 times in a
Yeah,
row.
like 3
That's
times, Jesus.
even 3. Yeah.
I need some time to build up steam again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You guys just end up becoming a couple. That was his whole strategy. He's like, you're tied to me now. We spent so much time
Pretend-
together, Andrzej. We're like soulmates now.
yeah, I think if somebody gave
Very
me a blowjob,
aggressive,
I think
closeted
at
guy.
least I would befriend them.
I guess so. Maybe.
Wait, would you?
Yeah.
What if he's an asshole? Like he gives a really good blowjob, but he's just an asshole
Such a
racist.
racist.
Would you still spend time with him?
No,
Yeah, exactly.
no, definitely not. Yeah. You guys ever were with somebody who turned out to be a really, really bad person?
I don't
Wait,
know. I don't know about that, but some.
I mean, not bad person is too general, I guess, but like they made decisions that you would never.
Oh, okay,
make,
like
Yeah,
things you find
definitely.
out from their past or something.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not
yeah,
that,
like
but
fucking me while being married. That's a pretty bad decision.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's a pretty scummy thing. What the fuck do I care?
Yeah.
Did you hope? Were you enjoying the fact that she was married or not? Or you didn't care at all?
I didn't give a fuck.
You didn't give a fuck.
I was on steroids. Who gives a fuck?
Married or not, I'm gonna fuck every
I'm
single
gonna
hole
fuck.
in you.
I want to fuck everything to death today. I don't give a fuck what
I've
it
never
is.
been on
The
steroids. I don't know what the
affiliation.
feeling is.
Married, not
Huh?
married.
No, it's not.
What's the feeling of being?
You don't
on
use them
steroids?
recreationally. I mean,
Endless fuck energy. I don't know. You just want to fuck the world like to death.
Yeah.
Really?
As a side effect, you know.
What's the main
in this
effect of
context,
it?
huh?
The main effect is
Muscle.
Testosterone,
gain.
dude.
Muscle
And
gain,
strength
but
gain.
do you feel like you have a lot of energy as well?
Testosterone.
Maybe.
it can
But,
cause,
but then you train so hard, you're always tired because you have
Yeah.
to make use of it. It's not magic.
but it does. It can cause like aggression and stuff, right? I
Yeah.
think, or is
Yeah.
that a long-term
Testosterone
side
is
effect?
like-
I don't know.
Actually, like pure testosterone, when you take it, you become calmer and more reserved. You feel more kind of manly and in control, I
Empowered.
guess.
Yeah.
But then there's other substances that weren't really made for humans that fuck with you.
Yeah,
Like boldenone that was made for fucking horses.
Bodonone doesn't sound
Bodonone.
nice as well.
No,
Bodonone.
Trenbolone that was made for cows.
Trenbolone.
That was so strong that it made that,
Trobolone?
Hey,
Trenbolone.
Hey, Trobolone!
Is that a
And it-
sedative?
No, it's
No,
just,
that's-
it's the most powerful steroid probably possible. It
Trobolone.
made
Growth
the
hormone.
meat so thick and hard
In
that
what?
they had to add estrogen to the because it was an implant in the cow. Yeah, so they had to add estrogen to make the meat a little
when
fatty.
when I lived in Colombia for a bit, I went to one of those not animal agro expos.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they had such beefy beef. Like those fucking cows looked like
Sexy, yeah.
minotaurs.
like
Sexy, they were
like
kinda
kangaroo
sexy.
level
Oh,
of
they're like
definition,
overgrown bulls.
Yeah,
Overgrown.
like a Joey.
Like
Kangaroos
their
are
hooves,
jacked.
bro.
they
Like-
looked comically. The hooves looked comically tiny
Okay.
to the top of the thigh.
But these are bulls or
They
cows.
were bulls. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
bulls. Yeah,
okay.
and or horses. They looked like tanks.
Lifting
Yeah,
500
horses are
kilos.
pure muscle anyway. That's
Dumbbells.
like,
I think horses in general, I think have the nicest asses. Like
I think
Most fuckable
corgis. 'Cause
animal.
that title goes to
Corgis?
corgis. Yeah, they got
Corgis,
the big fluffy.
Because they do the
You like fluffy. You like
they
fluffy.
do the hip sway.
No,
I
it's
think we
just,
just found out,
They shake
guys.
that
We
shit.
just found out that Gaweł likes fluffy ass.
No,
Likes
it's-
fluffy.
Yeah.
it's because of my wife. Every time she sees a corgi, she's like, "Oh my god, look at that sexy butt," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"That's
yeah.
disgusting. Stop it!" But yeah,
No.
I get where she's
You got
coming from.
programmed.
It's super cute.
Is your ass kind of similar to a corgi ass?
Definitely, yeah. It's that
Ah.
hairy. Yeah,
Okay, then.
it all works out.
it all
How do
works
we
out.
get here, man?
I
Do you
don't
know
know.
that
It's 'cause of-
there's
it's
people
all-
who
I'm blaming it all
actually
on
I
like
started
horses?
talking about we were talking about the
the
steroids.
beefiness.
There was a story about. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
actually not
what
worth
about
it.
them?
No, with the steroids it's just really interesting because I know that people take testosterone. For instance, women take it to bring their libido up because it helps with
No,
libido.
they take it to become a man.
No,
you
no,
take
you're talking
testosterone.
about large amounts of testosterone.
Okay.
I'm talking about like
Average amount.
Everybody
If
has
they are
testosterone.
lower, yeah.
Everybody has.
Okay, but
Yeah,
these
yeah.
are like trace amounts. Then you're talking about the testosterone is a fucking risky game for women. Most women, like in bodybuilding, just take oral steroids like oxandrolone, aka Anavar, right? So it's
Oxandrolone. All
so
of
it
these
gives
are
you
so
like
depressing names.
it's not androgenic. It doesn't make you manly. It just increases like your muscle mass a bit.
Yeah.
Playing with like hormones with women. Like how you know how
Yeah, but
much
with men, like,
women
you don't-
can get fucked up by their own hormones, like implants and contraception. They can
Yeah.
get really messed up.
Of course.
So imagine that game with male horse cow hormones.
No, I'm not
It's
talking about
dangerous.
these complicated.
Yeah.
I'm talking about pure testosterone in small doses.
Yeah, and what about it?
And the same it was with men.
It'll
but-
make you lose your hair, right? I mean, that's one side effect.
Yeah, yeah. Roe Jogan does it. a lot, apparently.
He does
takes
a lot of
testosterone?
stuff. He does growth hormone and peptides. Have you seen his gut?
Yeah,
he has
got a
this
big
like
gut.
what's it called? Palumboism.
What is that?
Because there was a bodybuilder called Palumbo that first had it.
Like
from
Columbo,
abuse.
but Palumbo?
No, because basically the growth
Distended
hormone
belly.
it makes your organs grow, and it also makes the fat accumulation around your organs bigger. So it just pushes your stomach out, and it's permanent. It is not reversible.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So it pushes out your abs. You can have ripped abs, but you have so much fat and organs
Like a
underneath
balloon.
it. You have like
still
a
look,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stomach.
I
Yeah,
saw
a
look
lot
at
of-
Joe Rogan
A lot of
photo,
big guys
yeah.
have that.
Disgusting.
It's
It is.
is that really
No, I'm
unhealthy?
glad- yeah, I'm
Why
glad
does
that
he do
that
it?
was the final-
Is it unhealthy? It has to be unhealthy if you have fat around your organs.
That level is unhealthy. I don't know. I guess he feels he gets more like because this guy wants to do sport at a high level. Like, have you seen him kick a fucking bag? This guy's a killer. This guy's lethal. He was really
Yeah.
high level
I know.
in martial arts.
But does he
So
still
wants to-
train that
Yeah,
much?
he
Yeah,
trains
yeah,
really
yeah.
hard. So he
He
wants to
does
keep
the
that up.
podcast like fucking 8 hours a day. How
Yeah.
does he
Yeah,
have
well,
time to
he's
train?
one of those highly structured, successful people.
Okay,
Let's
yeah,
say.
of course.
He's one of
I,
those.
I wouldn't
So-
know anything about that.
He wants to keep his training up at that level at 50 whatever years he is. There's no other way but steroids and growth hormone.
Yeah, your knees can't bend, man.
He regularly says on the show that my joints are just.
He
falling
doesn't
apart
mention
or
growth
something.
hormone, does he? He just says he's on HRT, hormone replacement therapy, which most men should be past 30, 40, because your
Yeah.
testosterone is dropping off, and
Yeah.
it's probably better to just take it,
He
inject
does
it.
say that what you just said.
Yeah,
he does
that's
say
all
that
he admits to. But this guy's clearly
Yeah.
blasting
He's
like
full
high
of shit. I wouldn't
doses.
take any advice from him. I mean,
Yeah.
he knows some stuff, but he's
Yeah.
off the rails now. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's gone off.
He's just asking questions.
No,
Sure.
That's
sure.
always the thing. Right?
Yeah, except when he invites like somebody with pseudoscience. That's
You
when
see
he
that-
doesn't
Yeah.
ask any questions. He's like, yeah,
Did
sure.
you see that fucking idiot Jordan Peterson was on it, and he said
I can't.
climate is not real. Not climate change.
Well, yeah,
climate.
it's actually more.
Joe
ins-
Rogan said that?
Wow.
No, Jordan Peterson.
No
the
way.
fucking,
Why is he talking about
the
climate?
idol
I
of
like
Exactly, yeah.
It's not his.
It's not his.
Yeah,
at all.
his
That's
pseudo psychological bullshit. But this guy is a fucking
he
off the
knows,
chain right wing
history of-
moron.
But he knows psychology and history of psychology.
Does
pretty
he?
well. Yeah.
Apparently, it's not. It's
Joe?
not revolutionary.
No. Yeah, even
ideas.
some people-
keep your room clean. Whoa.
yeah.
It's not
Fucking
revolutionary
cunt.
at all. No.
Huh? No.
No.
He's just assertive and well spoken, and he will not be
Yeah.
shouted over. He's one of those people.
Yeah.
And that's fucking jerk material for 16-year-olds that want to be more manly and successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your mother still washes your clothes.
Listen to us.
Yeah.
Fire your mother. Get rid of your mother.
Hire an assistant.
It's,
not even-
it's like
She's not even doing a good job. I
Yeah.
mean,
Throw your mother out the window. Get yourself. Or if you throw out the mother, just take over the flat
Listen,
and live in it.
he promotes like a low level of self-discipline and self-care, I guess.
Yeah.
And then just the rest,
He promotes
90% is fucking toxic masculinity and weird views about.
Kind of is, yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got,
I was gonna
he's
ask
got
you guys-
points, but not all of it. Like just like anybody else, you can't really trust someone 100% of the time.
yeah.
Like whatever
no,
they
well,
say,
anyone.
you take whatever you take from their information.
Yeah,
and
let's
you
not
do
talk about
whatever
Jordan
you want
Peterson.
with
He's
that
boring.
information.
But I agree. Yeah, the most of the stuff
I
that
like that Russian guy.
he makes any sense is like self-help shit that you can find in literally any other
Yeah.
book.
Who was it that owned him? Slavoj Žižek, I think, owned him, like the Czech philosopher.
Yeah, without even trying, really.
One
Yeah.
of the he's one of the most respected philosophers in the world.
Yeah.
I just sat down with him and just raped him a new one without
Great.
preparation.
Where-
Watch that
is that a
debate.
video?
Zizek versus Jordan
Great,
Peterson.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
He just
It's
destroyed
not.
him.
It's not. I don't know if he's one of the most respected philosophers.
Well-
a lot of people make fun of him, and I think maybe
Because he speaks funny.
Well, that's
And
one
his
part
name
of
is
it.
Zizek.
And he swears all
But
the
he
time.
also goes from like anecdotes to generalizations. He'll ramble a lot, but it's obvious he knows way more and is
Obviously.
much more read than Peterson. Like,
Yeah.
he's talking. Peterson's always talking about Marxism. He hasn't even read Marx and doesn't. I don't think understands.
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
And sounds
That
like,
was the comment.
And sounds
like,
like Kermit.
He
actually.
sounded
Does,
like
yeah.
a guy that read Marx for the first time day
How
before
does
the
Kermit
debate.
sound like?
If you need,
If you need.
that's you're almost at.
Jesus.
That sounds like the guy from those. There's two lab guys. There's like the bald guy with the glasses
did
and
they
the
just go
Muppets,
to
and then
Kermit,
his assistant.
Oh, yeah.
That's what.
I just got to
That's the
Kermit.
voice you're doing.
I
Yeah.
wonder if people like
The guy with the
it. Yeah, talking shit in the background. But
And
what
what's-
is the conclusion? What is the conclusion that the most like profitable and successful way to promote yourself as a brand is to pander to right wing audiences.
No,
you
it's just a huge market. I mean, there's-
not-
because
Wait a-
because like
Well, are you asking
social
a
media
question?
have an inherent like
asking a
bias
question, or you're
towards right-wing stuff
Yeah.
because it fuels anger, it fuels frustration, which is a more reactive and engaging emotion on social media than being happy and inspired.
Yeah.
That's what they want. So this is
You,
probably
you said
the,
the
most...
magic word, but you
What is
don't
it?
have to be. You don't just pander to anything, because if
Yeah.
you choose any, it's not that people are right wing or left wing. It's if they are extreme. If you just pander to an extreme, you will get noticed very quickly. You just will.
Yeah, probably.
And then keep pandering, keep pandering. There's a great game. Oh,
Unless you pander to homeless people, they don't have too much money to spend. It's just not gonna
no,
work
but
out.
then you're gonna have a following. You've seen John Wick?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like fucking Morpheus in John Wick with his fucking following of, you know.
They need to go to
Oh,
the
okay.
library
You know what
to
I mean?
stream
Yeah,
your
yeah.
podcast.
No, but listen,
Is this
There's
part
an
3?
amazing-
I only saw the first 2.
I can't remember which
I
one it
can't
is.
remember
watched
details
it all
from
in
those
one
movies.
go, and it's
Okay,
great
yeah.
to watch it all in one go,
Alright.
but you have to power through. Anyway, there's a great game which is not a commercial game, but it's a game made by somebody who works at a university. I think it's Stanford, maybe, or Boston Dynamics. That next to Boston Dynamics, they made a man made a computer game in which it's called Bad News, and it simulates you controlling the masses on planet Earth by writing anything you want
Oh, yeah.
online.
Oh.
And you can
cool.
quickly learn how to control people, how to see if somebody's trying to control you online, how to protect yourself from it, and also how to like troll.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
it's so amazing. In 5 minutes you can learn so much about it.
Yeah.
And what I got from it is you don't have to be right wing. You don't have to be left wing. You don't have to believe in what you write. You just have to write literally like Donald Trump
inflammatory things.
likes to eat puppies' pussies, for instance. Like
Oh,
really
Jesus.
something really outrageous and stupid.
When he
and
tries to
crazy.
come up with things on the spot, it never works out, does it?
No.
No, but yeah, there's
Yeah,
like,
but you know
like
what I mean.
okay, so yeah, so
Sure.
it aligns like anger and frustration are the most
Yeah.
reactive
Emotion.
and engaged
Emotions.
emotions
Just get
on social media.
emotions, people.
Yeah, yeah.
Emotions.
But you still need a platform and funding to like elevate you. Because I could write that shit on Twitter right now, and if I have 3 followers or even 53, it's not going to go
No,
anywhere. I
but-
might
but-
even get banned.
No, those
Whereas
53
Peterson or somebody,
but
they have
those
money
50
behind them.
Yeah, but those 53, some of them will go, "Oh, Gaweł just went fucking crazy. Check this out." And they will,
Yeah,
and some of them,
maybe.
and somebody will be like working in a newspaper, and they need an article, so go, oh, "This guy, I'm gonna ruin him."
Sometimes,
And
yeah.
then you suddenly,
If it was that easy to go viral, though, people would be doing it all the time. It's really hard to manufacture.
They
that.
They
do
do
it.
it all the time.
they do it,
It's
all
just
the time.
because we have.
But
like,
using
7
money
billion
and
people,
advertising,
Some,
like
yeah,
there's
exactly.
overexposure. Like so you have to actually spend money on it. That's all I'm saying
Yeah.
is you can't do it without it already having an audience or somebody
But-
to elevate you.
It
Did
will
you
take
watch the
time.
4chan
Yeah.
documentary?
No, but wait, let me just
Amazing documentary.
Yeah.
But-
like there's this because like we are in these echo chambers, right? That's the theory that the algorithm kind of cut down
It's not a
everything
theory.
that's delivered. But I find I'm obviously in some kind of left wing echo chamber. That's obvious for me.
Yeah.
But I find that a lot of the shit that filters in and news is just either laughing, ridiculing, or opposing shit from the other side.
Yeah.
That's all the news.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're okay. So I
It's
know
just
what
combative
Because
and
news is melded
confrontational.
with entertainment.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know if you ever gone on Orbot
No.
or Onion browser. Onion browser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I use it for
It's
ordering
like
drugs.
Tor
well.
browser. yeah.
Okay, so you order drugs through Onion browser. So if you go on the internet,
Man,
Used to.
Tor browser was
Used
the
to.
shit.
Used to.
2013, I used to buy like when I was at university in London, I used to buy like 5 bitcoins and buy like half an
That's
ounce
so
of weed
funny,
from the
5
internet.
Bitcoins,
If I kept
yeah.
that shit, what's that today? Like that's like $150,000
Yeah, you and
today.
millions of other people.
Yeah,
And
but
that's-
you had
yeah.
fun. You used it for a good thing.
Yeah,
Fuck
man.
it.
But I imagine if I just
Exactly,
left
yeah.
one somewhere.
Yeah,
just, they
just
were
Those
like,
people who save it all their life, then at the end they're like, "Oh, I got all," and now they have to fucking give it to some cunt, and then like fucking the kid wants it, but the other kid wants it, and I just blow it.
I once bought 15 bitcoin.
And what did you do with it?
Bought drugs.
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
Very proud of you.
That's $900,000 at the
You
top
ordered
range.
your drugs.